Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Humankind, where we are playing, naturally, as the Dutch. Because we are now in the early modern era, it is turn 111, we have got 39 turns left in the game. We are earning a rather meagre 3,446 ducats per turn, and yeah, we're actually looking pretty good at the moment. We are in first place. We are the only early modern nation so far. We are 1,200 points ahead of second place. Okay, I didn't realise that our lead was quite that big. We just switched out of being the Byzantines because Byzantium wasn't really doing a huge amount for us. Except, of course, for giving us access to the Hippodrome, which is turning us quite a lot of money because of the adjacencies and also the horses. The fact that we have got 8 horses in our stables at the moment is basically paying us a whole ton of cash. We are doing quite a lot of exploring. We've been trying quite desperately to round one of the southern routes out into the New World, which is supposedly sitting out here, but is about as far away from us as it is actually possible to get. So we are currently in the process of colonizing these islands. We're trying to take over this settlement here, which will happen in 2 turns. And we have a couple of ships out exploring like the far reaches so far as we can do that. So we'll go ahead and end turn and then move things along. We've got enough influence to now recruit these guys. That's just going to have to happen next turn. Okay, cool. An osmosis event. Customary laws. From whom? Who the hell's influencing me? We have a 91% influence. What? Like, our influence is absolutely dominant. Okay, that's a bit weird. Forcing me to do things at 91% influence. Anyway, we have our horsemen trying to head down here to the south so that we can skirt along the coastline and then hopefully jump across and start colonizing this region down here. That, at the moment at least, is the goal. You have sailed out so far as you can. You need to sail back again. Oh no, you probably could actually have sailed further out that way. Maybe from here. Might be a bit closer. We'll try that next time. Meanwhile, you are sailing out into the unknown in this direction here. I'm not sure why we could see that one random spot, but it's fine. And then we have got Hurakanga, which has just finished building the VOC, the harbours, and all of that other good stuff. So you are currently earning 263 ducats with only 3 people working on money. You could actually do with another person working on that. You could do with one person working on that. Okay, so what do you need to do? Probably build some of the schooling stuff, actually. Let's get our science rate increasing. Let's get those built. And then we've got Utica has a farmer's quarter ready for us. You could really do with even more food, honestly. You could also do with a harbour, which we're going to build in one of these 2 locations, and I think it's going to be right here. So how about we go ahead and buy that, go ahead and buy that. And now your food supply is looking rather healthier. Then, what else? I think food here and here. 1, 2, and then probably a financial district right there. Yeah, I think that works nicely. And then we probably want something similar on these. You know what? Let's get rid of that farm and replace you with trading districts instead. And we'll try and surround the gems here as well. So we should be generating quite a lot of money in this province. Let's increase your food output just a little bit. No, I don't think you need to actually. Let's increase your money output a little bit in that case. That works better. Meanwhile, in Carthage, you could do with another worker. There we go. You're building the Great Fish Market, which we want to buy so that we can increase the amount of money we're making from our trade routes. And in fact, that's the other thing we should probably check.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
More pearls? Heck yeah. So we're buying all of your kit. Thank you, Quill. What about you, Marbazir?
Welcome. Let us speak honestly with each other.
Oh, a lot of my trades with Marbazir are apparently suspended. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't afford to buy your stuff. Am I considered a merchant yet? Because I'd be a little surprised if I'm not, considering how much stuff I'm buying. I'm a merchant. Excellent. Level 1 expires in 9 turns. 4 naval nations in a row. Byzantium's not really naval. We could have gone with... Who actually is the medieval naval nation? Norse. Norse would have been more naval. 4 financial nations in a row, though. That's definitely true. And this, honestly, is probably one of my favourite ways of playing, just because it's so similar to Venice in Civ 5. A bit bigger, a bit more expensive, of course, but just buying everything and just making oodles of cash is rather satisfying, I must say. We are still in the process of building a couple of harbours, and I think I may go ahead and purchase those where possible, so that we can really start earning the money that we are trying to earn. Population's growing. Another osmosis event. Now what? Oh. Free technology. Alright then. Don't mind if I do. And speaking of free technology, we can now go to Attil, where we have 100, and say, "You're mine now!" And with that, we have our base on this island, and in fact this province is currently unoccupied. Well, Attil, I think I definitely want you to have a wall. I want you to have a bigger wall. I want you to have production, all of which we will buy. And I would like you to have food, so that we can get that population growth going, which is good. And I might actually put you on production. And let's see, what else does this place need? Customs farm for ongoing trade. Barracks. Watchtower. And honestly, I'm kind of happy just throwing money at this. Industry per worker. We don't have very many workers. We don't have any rivers. We do have a fair bit of woodland. No, that's all dry grass. This is woodland up here, though. So yes, we'll go ahead and buy that. And then we need to decide what we're actually going to build here. What was that? Oh, levy administration. Yeah, more money. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so what are we building? Well, I think first of all we probably want a harbour so we can actually ship troops in a hurry if we need to. And with that in mind, this is all sterile terrains. This is going to be perfect places to put markets. And then I think what I'm going to do is put a harbour right here. Although actually I'd get more food. Way more food up here. That's a 17. Yeah, we'll put the harbour up there. We'll just connect it with a hamlet later on. That's totally fine. And man, we built these districts so quickly. What do I need? Well, I think I'm going to go farming on top of the oasis. And honestly, I think that's going to be enough to keep us going for the time being. Excellent.
Perhaps we have some common ground.
You have some silver I'm not buying from you yet. That is unacceptable. I want to be buying more things. Except right now I can't afford it, which is a little embarrassing. Let's move you up here, and we can use you to go and explore up in that direction. Oh no, I was going to send you this way, wasn't I? Oh well. You can continue. Whoops. Oh nuts! He's actually managed to colonize. Damn. I'm able to continue doing this. I'm just not going to give you an order, and we're just going to hope that we can continue just kind of sailing around quietly. It'll be fine, probably. But I'm glad that we've got a little beachhead on this continent now. This means that we basically control this crossing. Even if... I mean, it would have been even better if we had the Marbazir territory, because then we could go all the way across. But this will be fine. And it will cost 207 influence to attach, which we can do next turn. So we'll start really doubling down on our strength in this region. You need to find a way to come home. Because it doesn't look like there's anywhere that you can actually sail right now. Alright. Huzzah! And unfortunately the horseman is now stuck here. So we may as well keep you in Atil, and we will just have you garrison. A new wonder can be claimed. That would be nice, but that's not what I'm after. What I'm after is attaching... I mean, this one would be the one to really attach, but I think I need to do that one first, and then we can do this one for 297. Oh, and there we go. Marbazir has actually turned this into a proper city now. Okie dokie. Let's go send you here, and then we'll just pretty much go due north.
It gladdens my heart to see you this day.
Not bothered about that one. What do you want? Oh, the attitude changed, so... Spiff is now pleasant towards us. There are now sufficient things which are positive between us. Okay. I'm a little bit surprised by just how much we've just beasted yellow and green. Because I didn't think I did a huge amount of damage to them. Yeah, we killed a couple of soldiers, but it wasn't like a ruining war in which we took all of their territory. It was mostly just the money that allowed me to accelerate. But both yellow and green are having a terrible time, especially yellow. I think yellow just kind of feels a little hemmed in, because green is actually encroaching upon them. Green's doing alright, I guess. What era are you in? You're medieval. And you're a long way away from early modern, but at least you are medieval. Okay, so we have a ship here which wants to go... I mean, probably north. Let's just send you in this direction, and then we'll come home again next turn. Just to get as much exploring done as we can. And in fact, we have the money, so we can go purchase, purchase. And now we have A, another way of gaining food, and B, a way of shipping troops in rather more quickly, which will be very, very helpful. Right, and you can build a second harbour, which can go right here. Perfect. And I will also purchase that. And now your food output is like one of the highest in the realm, which is pretty good. Quite happy with that. Although, actually I put that harbour in the wrong spot. Shoot, I should have put it here. Because then I could have put the VOC here. Well, that's a bit of a wibble. Not enough to start the game again, though. Because we're already so far ahead. Money on harbour. That one I want, because that's going to upgrade to the Great Fish Market, which increases money from all trades. Speaking of all trades, it was Marbazir that had some more silver that I can buy. Silver increases science, which I would like to purchase. Now, Spiff, do you have anything else? Nope. What about you, Quill?
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
Okay, so we are already importing as much as we possibly can, just out of interest in Byblos. How much money am I making? Flipping hell. A quarter of my total income is coming from here. And how much of that is from trade? 156 ducats from number of trade routes. That's pretty impressive. That's really quite impressive. 39 turns left. Can I reach the top technology? No, not a chance in hell. I'm still in the Middle Ages in terms of technology. I'm like early Middle Ages. I have a single Middle Age tech, despite the fact that I'm early modern. And we're producing almost 900 science a turn. This is close to what I was doing last time. I think I was on about 1,000 by this point in the previous campaign. Poland. That would be you. So Jules de Grenier has become Polish.
We would all benefit from growing closer, don't you think?
Open borders. Fine.
Pleased to accept your proposal, friend.
I can only say that this is excellent.
$297 to attach that, so that's going to be $270, $284. 2 more turns until we can do that one. Meanwhile, this guy's getting closer. We are losing some health because we're in enemy territory, and we're almost certainly suffering some kind of trespassing penalty. But so it goes. It's fine. Probably. You basically just want to go due north, more or less. Let's just go like this. Just clear out as much of this sea zone as we can. And then after that, I think I'm basically going to need to sail back to this area. Although I can't round the headland anymore. That's not safe. English. Oh, Hordensoni has become a thing. New Wonder. New Era Star. And we now have 4,000 points. So we are still 1,200 ahead of our next neighbour. And you... Right, you now have your 4 points, so you can just go out like this. And reveal more of this territory, and there is indeed coastal. Okay, awesome. So that basically proves that this journey will be possible. We'll spend the 1 turn here, and then we'll be in safe. Hydrothermal vents, plus 6 science. Oof. That's a lot of science. Then yeah, I think this ship is just going to finish exploring this island and then try to head back over here. Because we're about to colonize this. We're like 4 turns away from colonizing that. Carthage has finished building all the things. Carthage's stability is still absolutely fine. You do actually have a river. Okay, what else do you need to make for me? You could do with a bit more of a food output. Your industry is pretty decent. Right, are there any adjacencies for having the horses here? Yeah, science. So let's start putting down some research labs in Carthage. Oops, I didn't mean to buy both of those. Well, let's build another research lab then. Get some of those juicy adjacencies going. Where's next? Ah, we can get colonies. 3,900 to actually settle a colony now. That's a bit pricey. Just a little bit. Attil. You can finish off the VOC warehouse. And then I think what I basically want to do is get a garrison up here. Just because it's the most defensible location. And then I think we want to put industry. So that we can wall off this whole region and have it properly fortified. And now we control this entire southern region, which is good. Terra Rosa, that's going to be definitely a food tile. Another era star unlocked. That's sterile, so that's going to be finance district. That's going to be Stonefield, so that's going to be production. That's also Stonefield, that's dry grass. In which case, that's not what I want here. I'm actually going to go for a commons quarter so I can get the extra stability. And then production, food, production. And we're going to get this settlement properly established. Okay, you have established yourself. You can build a harbour here. No, here. Which will give us access to the science. And then a VOC right there. Meanwhile, Byblos. Byblos... These harbours are expensive, but I really want to get them going. And then the infrastructure is just so cheap compared to the districts, so we're just going to go ahead and pay for those. Which will set us up to 500 production now. So we should get these districts done in record time. More or less, because Byblos is now becoming a freaking massive settlement. And I am actually noticing that there is another opportunity for more science down here. And I do like to take the opportunity to make more science. Just get this whole area just layered up. And then we have this kind of side of the mountain settlement. Byblos looks really cool, actually. I quite like this. Get out of the city view. There we go. That's a very not Dutch settlement, this one. Far too much high ground. Not enough low ground. Now, where else can I spend some money? So Utica, I can get the farmers district, which I would like to do. I kind of feel like getting another farmers district. Which would be here, because I want to keep the population growing. Like so. And Utica is my border region. Why are your walls old? Should have stone ones. Much better. Sidon can build its other harbour. You can still build yet another harbour, which we definitely should. That's 42 money. And I like money, so we're going to build the harbour there. Let's get you done as a matter of production, and we can just buy the other one. That'll work. And then, yeah, Attil's going to need a little bit more. It's going to be so annoying. It's going to be like, we control all of this, and then there's just this brown bit in between. Oh well. The Flying Dutchman, Dutch people living in the mountains. Yeah, true. gotten into the early modern era tech levels. Unfortunately, I have all the era stars and the game ended. It was fun, though. Got to see the industrial cultures. Yeah, we saw the industrial cultures last night. Like, getting through the era stuff, I haven't had too much of a problem with. Getting through the tech tree, though? That's really difficult. Have I ever used a settler in this OpenDev? No, because I never get that far. Too far down the tech tree. Like, settlers really need to be in the Middle Ages, I think. Although I kind of get what they're trying to do with them. They're basically to kickstart colonies when you get to the New World. The problem is, in this OpenDev, you don't really have enough time to get to the New World unless you play as the Norse and you go in the Middle Ages. This is just a problem with the timeline with this. Okay, you are sailing straight across to here, which will reveal all of this. And now you can sail across. Down there. Wunderbar! Chivalry. Aha! Hamlets. Heck yeah! Okay, so next up is going to be War Summons, which allows us to get pikemen and crossbows. Good stuff. Right, so the next decision is going to be where exactly do we set up our colony, and I think that the decision is going to be made for us and is basically going to be here. What's up, Green? Attitude has changed. You are still not producing anything else that I can import. What about you, Mobazir? You seem to be the one that can do that most often.
What shall we perform next, my honored ally?
Yeah, can't buy any of those, unfortunately.
Perhaps we have some...
And nothing from Quill yet, either. But that's fine. So, Attil, you can now attach that. And we'll also attach this one, and then Attil is basically done once we've secured all of those territories. And a lot of Attil's industry can actually be kind of concentrated around here. Productivity. Oh, you got a harbour up there. Okay, so you want a VOC up here in the north. I mean, you haven't actually built anything here yet, so building extra quarters would be pretty easy. And pretty cheap. Okay, field. Forest. And then VOC. Simples. That's another easy 50 ducats right there. And the production of this place has just skyrocketed. So let's put you guys onto science. And now we can build hamlets, which is one of the things that we were going to do. Square over here. Like so. And there we go. That is how you develop a harbour area. And there was another harbour area here in Babylos, which was way down here. Because what we need to do is get a hamlet established. I think I'll put it here. Man, this place is so much stuff to build. Ouch, that was pricey. Alright, what's that? That's just dry grass. That's just going to be a farm. Purchase. Then the VOC comes in here. 184 ducats. 184! That pays itself off in 10 turns. Alright. Works for me. So I'm now making 4,700 ducats a turn. So yes, I think by the end of this game we will definitely hit the 5,000 threshold.